Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a full face of Aldi makeup. I wanted to try out the Aldi makeup for ages and I've been picking it up as it's been coming into like my local store. Now they do have more items than I currently have, and that's just because my local store just hasn't gotten it in. But if they do come in the next couple of months or whatever, I'll definitely make sure to pick it up and try them out. But I do have quite a good few bits and pieces, so I just wanted to test them, see how they were and give you a bit of feedback on them. I'm also really interested to try the brand because there's been a good bit of controversy, shall we say, once they actually like launched the products, and the reason for that is everything looks the same as the higher end brands. Like if you look at their highlighter, for example, this is basically the same packaging that like Benefit do for their like Hoola bronzer and stuff like that. So there's been quite a bit of controversy like kind of surrounding the fact that they've just copied other brands. So it'll be interesting to see if the products hold up and if they're actually any good. Got a good few products, so I'm just gonna get started. We're gonna start with the primer. I haven't even read reviews or seen reviews on any of the makeup from Aldi, so I actually have no idea what it's going to be like. But the first thing I'm going to try anyways is the primer. The brand that Aldi have is the like La Cura brand, or La Cura, but I'm just going to refer to it as Aldi because that's what it means to me. This is the packaging, really sleek, really nice. There's 30 mils of product in there. It doesn't really have any smell. It looks to be kind of like an illuminating one. Did it say illuminating on it? Yeah, illuminating primer, oil free. What does it say on the back of it? It says this smooth primer illuminates, perfects and enhances radiance while hydrating. It definitely gives like illumination. It feels nice enough on the skin, like it actually feels really nice on the skin. It's really cooling. Now I think I'm going to actually use a tiny little bit more because I feel like my brush kind of soaked up a good bit of it. But like you definitely can see like that's made a good bit of a difference. I'm actually like quite happy with that. Because like in real life it's not like overwhelming, and like that's dried in immediately as well, which is great. I'm going to just apply a little bit more just because I was kind of focusing on reading the back of the packaging. I'm going to use my fingers this time. I do think it definitely is a little bit more illuminated. I definitely think it's made my skin a bit more radiant, so happy enough with that. First impressions on this are quite good. Let's move on now and use the BB cream. I'm very interested to see what this is like. It says in the back of it there that it's a multi-care beauty balm which blends in perfectly with your skin tone, the ideal solution for radiant complexion with an ultra natural look. Blah 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 blah. So reading the back of it there, or reading the packaging, it just says that even skin tones your skin tone, it blurs lines and imperfections, it boosts a healthy glow, it lasts for 24 hours, and it's supposed to be very hydrating and has SPF of 15 in it, so that's really good. I'm not expecting this to have great coverage at all. I'm expecting it to literally be like a tinted moisturizer. So I am going to try this, but I'm also going to apply it using the Aldi beauty sponge. Now I have used this before and it's grand as far as I can remember. It's a nice little size. It's not too big and not too small. I am going to go and wet this now, so I'll be back in 1 second. And this is how big it's gotten since I put the water onto it. Now I did dry it off obviously with a damp towel, or not with a damp towel, but with a towel just to make it damp. So let's see what this is like. This is exactly what I thought it was going to be like. This reminds me so much of the little BB cream. Thicker than I thought. Maybe this is going to have more coverage than I thought. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll do half my face with this and half my face with the brush just to see if there's a difference. I'll take this side with my... I think this would be easier to put on with a brush, to be honest. Just because the backside, just because this is just so big, like, and I'm just not really seeing, like don't get me wrong, I can see it's like doing something to my skin tone, like it's making it a little bit more even, like I can see that. It's not really doing much else though, and I'm kind of finding it hard to like blend down here. Like I feel like it's like catching in areas. I'm making certain like areas around here which would be quite dry. I think it's like clinging to that. Like it's not really, let me zoom in a little bit more. It's not really covering a lot at all. It's barely covering anything really. And I feel like it's nearly made that side look worse than it actually is because it's clung to like these little dry patches. Let's try this side with a brush. Aside from making me look a little bit more tanned, has it done anything? I don't think so. I honestly just feel like this has made my skin look like a little bit like dirty. Not what I wanted at all. Let's try a little bit more. Maybe if I just add more, it will be better. Famous last words. I'm actually just gonna bring this over here because I found this super difficult to do with the sponge. Now I have used this sponge with like other foundations and I have like used it perfectly. I've really liked it, so it's not the sponge, it is just the product that I'm using. Okay, I can see like in real life I'm starting to get a little bit more coverage, but I still think that it just looks like, you know what, actually now after putting on like a second layer of it, aside from the fact that it's like very different to my own skin, I actually don't mind it too much. I'll zoom you out a little bit more. Like I feel like it's definitely given me some coverage. Don't get me wrong, it's not something that I'd be wearing every day, but I suppose if you just wanted something that was really light coverage. Now in saying that it's light coverage, I can feel it on my skin. It's not lightweight. It's light coverage, but it's not lightweight. It's a thick formula. I can definitely feel it on my skin. Now if I go over it with this a little bit, that might just take off any excess bit. I actually don't mind this at all. Like it's not like, if you've watched my channel for a while, you know I love full coverage foundations, and this is not that. Obviously it's a BB cream, so it was never going to be like a full coverage one, but still I think like if you had like, yeah, actually, do you know what, I don't mind it. I feel like this nearly looks like your skin but better. Like, do you know when you get like the perfect nude lipstick? I feel like this is like the perfect nude BB cream. Obviously I've no idea how it lasts or anything like that, but actually after looking at it for a little while, I don't mind it that much at all. The next thing that I'm going to try is actually concealer. Now I have two different concealers from them. I have a concealer pen which has this gorgeous like gold packaging. It reminds me of the YSL Touche Éclat packaging for whatever reason. So this is the concealer pen. This is obviously the packaging of it, which is really nice, I think. And I think this was only like a couple of euro. I don't think it was too expensive. I have the shade 100 Cashmere, just in case you're wondering. So it's just like a normal gold like pen. I typically hate these forms of concealer because I hate the little brushes. I just think they're so unhygienic and they get clumpy, and then you're putting like old concealer but there's new concealer coming through it. I just don't like it. We'll give it a try anyways. So I'm assuming I just click this here a couple of times to see it come through. I'll zoom you in actually so you can just see what it's like. I'm going to do this concealer on this side, and I'm going to do the other concealer on this side just to get a direct comparison. Okay. This looks to be very like light coverage as well. Definitely think there is a difference. Go in with a little bit more. What's this say on the side? It says with a lightweight concealer pen, dark circles, fine lines and skin imperfections are easily covered. Thanks to the creamy texture with the special moisturizing, smoothing and softening properties, the complexion instantly looks flawless. Bit of a stretch. Suitable for all skin types, the soft brush applicator enables a precise application, and the ideal dosage can be released with the push button. Sometimes I think it's absolutely gas to read what's on the packaging. Like, who makes these? Like, sometimes they're just so full of crap. Now, I'm going to go over with the second layer just to see if we can get an extra bit of coverage, which hopefully we will. I actually do have high hopes for this now. I definitely think that makes a massive difference. Compared to this eye, like this eye is definitely darker. Like you can definitely see that like this has a lot more coverage. Like I look far more awake with this eye than this one. And it's not even that tacky, and I can't even feel it on the skin. I would say that this might be a winner. Now I have to say I'm not a big fan of the applicator, but on a first impression I don't mind it. I'm happy enough with that, and it like blends in kind of perfectly with the BB cream. Now I'm going to look at it really up close because I have a feeling it might be settling into lines. No, it's not. Wow. Okay, Aldi, we'll give you this one. Let's try the other side. So the other side then is the Radiant Concealer. So I'm interested to see what that's going to be like. I have it in the shade Creme. And it says on the back there that it hides blemishes and under eye circles. This liquid formula stays comfortable while correcting and covering unwanted discoloration with a soft focused natural matte finish. Mouthful. I'm being really hard today. Like, I'm being very harsh on the makeup, but I think it's just because I've gotten so much new makeup over the last little while that my like tolerance for just like okay makeup has gone way down. Much more prefer these types. Oh, that looks like so much coverage. Great. I much more prefer these types of applicators. I just think they're a bit more hygienic and easier to like use, I suppose. Okay, let's try this. Say is I can feel this side. I can feel the concealer here. It feels tacky and sticky on my eyelid as well. I think it looks pretty similar to this side. Realistically, you wouldn't really even know I'm wearing two different concealers. In terms of coverage, like, it is giving me a good bit of coverage. I do like it. I feel like it's evening this side. I definitely feel like this gives a little bit more coverage, but I actually really prefer this side. I think this side and the concealer pen is a little bit more natural, but this one definitely has more coverage. Yeah, I do really like it though. I do really like it. That's interesting, was not expecting that. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I don't have eyebrows or eyeshadows or mascaras from Aldi yet. I think they have a mascara, but they didn't have it in my local one, so I'm going to go away, do that and come back on, and then we're going to finish off everything else. And I'm back. So I just threw on some eyebrows. What I actually used was the Catrice what's it called, brow colorist. I'm actually really liking this, especially for like just going to work and just like really like natural days. I feel like this makeup, because the coverage is so light on both the BB cream and the concealer and all that kind of stuff, I feel like we're just going to go for a natural look today. So that's why I used these, and then I just used my beloved Dream Street palette on my eyes. I literally just used this shade here on it, just all over the lids. And then I used my I Heart Extreme mascara, and then I just put the tiniest bit of bronzer on. You can barely see it, which is what I was going for. And of course that was my beloved e.l.f. palette, which I never ever not use. So yeah, I'm gonna try the next product from Aldi then, which is their highlighter. This is the one that I said comes very similar to like the Benefit one. I don't know whether I said that here on Instagram, but so basically it comes with like the little brush inside. That's a mirror there. It comes like, oh, comes with a little brush that looks the exact same as the Hoola bronzer thing. Now I've never used any of the Benefit highlighters, so I'm not really sure if their packaging comes like this as well. But this is a highlighter and it does look really nice. It does look really pretty. So I'd be interested to see how much is actually in the pan though, because usually with the Hoola one it's a lot deep, it's higher up than this one. So I'm going to use this as well just to see what it's like. So this is what our glow is looking like in general before anything goes onto it, and that's from the primer and I suppose the BB cream itself. So first of all, straight off, it's very powdery. I don't know whether you can see that here, but it's very powdery, which is grand. Okay, she didn't come to play. That's fun. Just gonna go in circles, blend it out a little bit. I have to say I quite like that. So that's like normal, and that's with the highlighter on then. So you definitely can kind of see the difference. But even though it's quite a strong highlight, it still works, like it looks quite natural. And when you like blend it out a little bit, sometimes if my highlighters get too strong, I just go over it with the beauty blender just to take like the heaviness out of it. Oh, it's very strong. It's really strange to me that this is very pigmented when everything else so far has been really natural, really light. Like, it's very strange to me that this is just very strong. Now in saying that, once it's blended out, I actually do really like it. I don't think I look like a spaceman yet. Or what's it not called? Not a spaceman, a tin man. Yeah, I actually quite like this. I'm actually really impressed that I'd use that no problem. What's next then? I suppose realistically the last thing, I'm not going to bother with blush because I kind of like how the skin is looking. What I am going to finish out with though is some lipstick. Now there's a couple of different shades that I've seen that they have. I picked up one of their nude shades. The shade that I have is just called Dune. And this is what the packaging looks like. That's what the packaging looks like. It reminds me very much of one of the Urban Decay lipsticks, like this packaging here. I think is very Urban Decay-esque. Oh, I don't know whether you can see this, but I literally just opened it and it seems to, I don't know whether it's like melted out or whether it's just an issue. Like I've never opened this before, so that's annoying. Weird. It smells so good. I really like that. Oh my god, I love it. It feels so comfortable on the lips. It's actually a lot nicer in person than it's coming up in camera. In camera it's coming up a bit more like pigmented and a bit more like, what's the word? It almost looks like redder on camera or like more brown on camera. In real life it's really nice and like natural. Oh my god, I love it. I actually have to say, like, I actually didn't expect to like my makeup, as you can probably tell from the start of the video, but now that I've gotten to the end of it, I'm actually really happy with how my makeup looks. I never ever do my makeup like this natural, so it's interesting, but I do like it and I am actually very impressed with the Aldi makeup. I'm much more impressed with this makeup than I was with the Lidl makeup. And I think that like with the Lidl makeup, I used it like a couple of times and left it at that. Whereas with these, I can actually see myself reaching for them a good few times. Like I definitely use those concealers for like no makeup days. I would definitely, I don't know about the foundation, to be perfectly honest. I'll hold on to it and I'll see if I wear it, like maybe, I don't know, it's just that like it's so different from my normal skin tone. Maybe with a bit of tan on it might be a bit nicer, and maybe when my skin is a bit clearer I might prefer it a bit more. I will say, like, I do like how it looks on my skin now that it's like settled in and I've had 2 layers of it on. But I just kind of figure that with something like this, the point of it is that you pop it on, it's really quick, really easy, and then you end up looking like very like naturally like smooth and like even and all that kind of stuff. Whereas if you have to layer it twice, wait for it to set, all that kind of stuff kind of defeats the purpose for me. But we'll see. I'll definitely keep I'm not even saying I'm going to keep using it because I might not. I'll try to use it a couple more times and I'll let you know over on Instagram what I end up thinking of it. The highlighter I actually really like. I definitely will keep using this, no problem. I've no problem using this. Like the packaging as well with this is very Urban Decay to me. By that I mean like the design on it. But yeah, I do really like this. I definitely will keep using this. I also have one of their beauty blender things and I really like this. Will definitely continue to use this, no problem. The Snapshot Ready Illuminating Primer, I actually really like this and I definitely will keep using this for sure. Now I do have a few bits from their makeup range that I'm not going to use today. Like one of them is their glitter liquid eyeshadow. Now it's bright blue, so I'm not going to use it today just because it doesn't work with my whole like natural look. But I will use it at another stage, probably over on Instagram realistically. So I've also used the face gems from Aldi. They're the best ones I've used. They're much better than the pennies ones, just because they fit my face better. I feel like they're a bit wider and you can kind of control them more. With the pennies ones, they kind of come in circles, so like if it doesn't fit your eye you're kind of screwed, which is what happened to me at one of the festivals, and I then ended up re-wearing one of the other jewels from the night before, which was not the best idea. But I really do like them, and if you see them definitely pick them up because they're very handy to have. But I actually really like my look overall. Let me know in the comments what you think of it, and if you've used any of the products, let me know. I'm really obsessed with this lipstick now. Really obsessed with it. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did like it. Leave me a comment down below, and if you're new to my channel, please do subscribe. I'll talk to you very soon. Bye guys.